Welcome to a Starter and a Chaser podcast with your hosts, Joe Clarke and Jon Passow.
The platypus, it really is the ass end of evolution because, hey, welcome to a Starter and a Chaser podcast where every week we review one whiskey and one beer. I'm Professional Brewer, Jon Passow.
I'm Whiskey Connoisseur, Joe Clarke.
Joe, what do we have this week?
Well, we have Cooper's Craft 100 proof whiskey.
And for the beer, drum roll please, the famed Pliny the Elder from Russian River Brewing Company.
I heard that's supposed to be the shizzle.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to drink that one.
Yes.
All right, guys. Brown Forman. Have you ever had this before, John?
No, actually I haven't. And that's what I really love about doing this weekly podcast is I get to get exposed to some really cool products that normally I would never get a chance to.
Ditto. Same goes for me with the beer, especially because, and also the whiskey, like we did a few that we've both never tried, and also actually quite a few. Things like the Pliny Elder and John introducing me to beer in general. Good beer, that is. But back to the starter here, guys. We got a Brown Forman product. And I don't know if you remember in our first episode, the early times is also a Brown Forman product. And so are things like as high-end, like Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, which is really up there in your world of
Whose
bourbon.
birthday?
Right.
Yes.
100 proof. Been around since 1945. Brown Forman is the only distillery to own new barrel cooperage, which really means they make their barrels from tree to the barrel.
Yeah,
so they start out. They're right there in the beginning of it. The whiskey is made to honor those barrel makers in general.
The Coopers, as it were.
Yes, it is. So this Cooper's Craft is the 100 proof version. They also have what I believe is, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, 86 proof. And this is the 100 proof version. We will do a review of the other one.
Easy for you to say, man.
Yeah, let's take a look at this, John.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for you to see this. This is a nice darker color.
Oh, yeah. A little richer, a little deeper
Yeah.
than I would have expected, but it is a 100 proof.
Yeah.
Is it bottled in bond or?
Nope.
Okay,
just 100 proof whiskey. Yeah,
okay.
I'm not sure on the age statement. No age statement on this one.
1 week. No.
Again, it's a heavier whiskey.
Yeah.
The legs take a long time to even start forming on this one. But one thing is that with some of the higher end stuff we've been doing lately is that this one fills this room. So it's only $29.99, but I always say this drinks at least twice its price.
Nice.
So it's a heavy hitter for.
So already aromatically, it is big.
Yes.
From what you're saying.
Oh yes. From here, it's really pluming out of the glass.
Pluming out. Not to be confused with plumage, which
This is the Stone Fruit King, is what I call it.
Interesting.
You get it on the nose. You get some of your caramel and vanilla notes too, but it is heavy stone fruit, heavy cherry on this bourbon here.
Cherry.
Very, very cherry on this one. So, John?
Delving in? All right, Prost.
Cherry, baby.
Wow, yeah. Holy cow, that is...
Super cherry.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's like Robitussin cherry flavored cough syrup without being cough syrup. You know?
I don't know if that's a good thing.
No, I mean, it's almost artificial cherry. It is so cherry, but I'm not saying this in a negative light or anything. It is so cherry, it's hard to believe that you're getting that out of a whiskey.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It is. This is one of my favorite daily drinkers because of its price, that it's inexpensive at $29.99, and that you're drinking expensive with this one, in my opinion.
So cherry, caramel, toasted barrel, the charcoaliness, the toast,
you get a lot of barrel.
Yeah, it's coming through. It's really interesting. For 100 proof, It's not very hot. When we've talked about this on the show before, just because it's 100 proof doesn't mean it's going to be super hot or burn all the way down. We've run the gamut on that one, and this is on the side.
I don't even get anything coming down my chest. Nothing.
No, not at all.
I get a lot of. I don't know what they haven't really published what the mash bill is on this. I've had a hard time finding this, but I get a lot of rye notes on this and rye spice about mid-palate and on the sides of my tongues on this one.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
But this is a stone fruit king.
Oh my God, is it cherry?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I don't think I've had a whiskey that cherry forward. I think on the podcast we've only had one, maybe two whiskeys that had a note of cherry in it.
Yeah.
But this one,
it hits you in the face.
It's like cherry flavored whiskey. Yeah. That is cool. Mm-hmm. Wow. Way to go, Cooper's Craft. The finish on this, it's subtle. Mm-hmm. It is subtle.
Mm-hmm. It's not super long.
No, but
your heavy punch is mid palate.
Yeah, it's still there though.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
So what are you getting on the back end of this on the finish?
On the finish, I'm getting the barrel. Okay. Definitely getting that woody tannin, kind of coarse barrel surface almost, it feels like. And then a little bit of malt sweetness on the sides of the tongue, I would say is what I get.
This one really gets the sides of your tongue a lot on it. I get a lot of the spice, a lot of the barrel on that. I do get the kind of a sweetie malt finish to it. But that cherry for me just goes front to back. And what's nice about it is that with that cherry, you get the barrel characteristics on it that kind of complement each other throughout the whole palate.
Absolutely. It's
and this is a very well balanced drink, very well crafted. $29.99, people. This has to be in your collection.
Yeah.
Has to be. This is for the complex bourbon drinker, somebody that's had some time drinking bourbon, not a beginner. A beginner might have a little bit of a tough time this one because it's so rich.
I wouldn't do a mixed drink with this one.
Nope.
I think that cherry on there.
I'd be a little mad about doing a mixed drink.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, this I think this should be drunken straight and not mixed with anything.
Beautiful in Glencairn.
Yeah. If you've had Cooper's and have you mixed it into anything? What did you get out of it?
Absolutely.
If you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a comment below and let us know if you've done a mixed drink with this. And by the way, if you are watching it on YouTube, give us a like, hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.
Have you had it? Do you like it?
Do you like it? Are you going to have it again?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, and we're going to take a break here, brief break, and we'll be back with the Chaser.
Welcome back, guys. Starter and Chaser podcast. Now we are on the Chaser.
And as you have seen, I have switched shirts. I forgot I have an official Russian River Brewing Company shirt, so I felt like I needed to change wardrobes to feature the famous Pliny the Elder. Now, Russian River Brewing Company was originally started back in 1997 by Korbel Champagne. They started their own brewery. And they had Vinny come on, the famed Vinny, to be their head brewmaster. And eventually they switched gears and sold the company to Vinny and his wife Natalie back in 2002. They had a brew pub in Santa Rosa, downtown Santa Rosa, California, which they still have. And now they have their larger production facility. Beautiful. Just opened up in Windsor, California, Northern California. And it also has an on-site brew pub as well. Now, Pliny, I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
But it is a double IPA. It has been widely recognized as the world's best double IPA.
So is this, you said this is an Imperial?
An Imperial IPA.
Oh, yeah.
And then the American Homebrewers Association does a really famous top 100 beers in the world. And for 8 years in a row, Pliny the Elder was the #1 beer.
Wow.
Period. And that was dethroned by Bell's Brewing Company, their Two-Hearted Ale back in 2017. So this is 8% ABV. It is a whopping 100 IBUs.
Oh, shit.
You'll be all right, man. You can do this. You can do this. This is the hoppiest beer Joe has ever had. It has Amarillo, Centennial, CTZ hops, and Simcoe hops in it. And you know what? We're yammering on about this. We just need to crack this sucker open.
I'm scared. I'm scared. It's not a twist off, is it?
No.
That's a man's cap right there.
Man's cap.
So is this a tougher beer to get, or is it widely available?
In California, it's available. I believe they also are now distributing maybe to Nevada.
Okay.
East Philadelphia, not West Philadelphia, born and raised, East Philadelphia gets it as well. With the new production facility, they've expanded distribution, but this is very hard to get. My friend Dylan over at North Spur Brewing Company was kind enough to donate this bottle. And by the way, if you have a bottle that you'd like to donate, shoot us an email at whiskeyandbeer@starterandchaser.com. Joe's already living out about this. Let's look at the color.
Look at that.
Hold that up to the camera. What?
It's definitely a gold, lighter color than, of course, everything I've been doing looks like, used motor oil lately with the stouts.
The stouts that we've been reviewing.
I'm telling you right off the bat, I can smell heavy grapefruit without even nosing this yet. It just, as soon as you open that bottle, it's just like, just blasted the room with grapefruit. And again, grapefruit. I mean, heavy, heavy, heavy. Little orangey citrus to it, man. Wow, but it does look cool. I mean, it's got a nice head on it for an IPA. Yeah. What do you think, John?
I think that we should talk about this beer more. No, let's drink it.
Yeah. Talk about it. Wow.
It's hoppy. Oh, I love it. Oh, God. Hop right up front, but super complex hop. I mean, I get orange, I get foresty, piney, I get floral, I get
Piney or Pliny?
I get both. I get a dead philosopher and I get a forest.
Wow. I mean,
good malt backbone to balance it. Now this is going to push your palate, Joe, because it is so hoppy. But
it's going to push your palate. 100 IBUs.
What are you getting?
That is hoppy as. I mean, it is. This. If you're a hophead, cheers. This is super hoppy. Let's be real here. It is super hoppy, but let me take another taste. It is really well balanced with the citrus. It's very heavy on the citrus too. So you get a lot of grapefruit, a lot of orange. I'm picking up, dude, John, I'm getting grapefruit, orange, lemon, lime. Like,
I mean, it's complex.
The spectrum. And oddly enough, dude, I can't believe it. I'm picking up like a little banana note to it.
I could possibly see that.
But the finish is very pine tree. Very, very pine tree, piney, if that's what it would taste like.
Now, Pliny or piney?
Both. So this is, okay, all right. I'll save. I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to save it for the end. But yeah, all right, I dig it.
Now with your IPAs, your double IPAs, generally freshness is key.
This is a double.
This is a double IPA. You generally want to drink these things within 3 months after they were bottled. People are notorious for trying to find uber fresh bottles of Pliny. This is only a month old. So we are definitely still in that golden window. And it really does matter when it comes to the hoppy beers. An old hoppy beer, it's not a good hoppy beer. And this is not old, it is delicious.
I need to ask you a question. So we've drank some stouts in these glasses too.
Yes.
Why are we drinking a double IPA in these glasses
too?
Because it's an imperial?
Because it's an imperial. You want to use it in the tulips or the Teku glasses or Teku glasses.
Oh, man.
And this is actually, as you can see, a Russian River Taku.
Oh.
When you do a tour there, you also get a glass to take home.
Okay.
So this is another good style glassware for the Imperials. You can use a pint glass, but the tulip really helps bring out the hoppy aromatics.
Is it because they're so aromatic you want it to be in a tulip?
Yeah, you want to showcase
not
that.
drown it.
Yeah. And then with the Imperial Stouts too, because it's a higher gravity beer, you want to showcase some of the malts, some of the aromatics in that as well. And the tulip does
These
that.
are like a giant... kind of like a giant snifter.
Yeah. Whiskey snifter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or Glencairn.
Glencairn glasses.
This is so I thought I was going to be really off-put by this.
You seemed a little worried and concerned.
I am still concerned a little bit.
Oh God, it's so good.
It's easy to drink. It's actually incredibly smooth for what it is, and it's also 8%, so it's up there.
Yeah.
For a beer, it's up there. There's not much carbonation to this at all, which I am enjoying a lot actually, because it makes the beer that much smoother. It has the perfect amount of carbonation for this. Some of your, I don't know what it is, John, but some beers, a lot of carbonation works well for me, and some beers, very little carbonation works well for me.
All right, we're still expanding your palate, seeing what works,
Absolutely.
what you like, what you don't like.
I'd have to work on this one for a little. I think I'm going to sip on this for a while to kind of force my palate through this and get used to this thing, because I have gotten to the, I guess, age and knowledge, what am I trying to say? Age and
wisdom
of pushing myself through stuff that I'm not used to or that I don't like, even when it comes to whiskey and beers, to kind of
experience,
but respect. Even if you don't like some of the stuff that you out there, you can see why you can respect the process, because this is a very well-made beer.
And that Joe brings up a really good point. Just because you're not a fan of something doesn't mean that you should stop trying it.
Yeah.
The first step, I don't like it. Well, ask yourself, what don't you like about it? And that way you could really suss out what things you enjoy, what things you don't, so that when you go to a bar, you can sit down and say, you know what, I like IPAs, but I don't like really heavy, foresty, piney IPAs. Yeah. Do you have an IPA that's citrusy? And then you can actually get the experience out of your trip that you want. So, sure. Joe brings up a really great point about that.
Because, everybody's palate is different. What I like, he may not like. What we both like, you may not like. And vice versa. Yeah. So that's how this works, because we're humans. We're all the same whiskey, the same beer. I can pull something different out of it than he can, and you can pull something different out of it than we can. And that's the beautiful thing about the liquor world, guys.
Yeah. And speaking about things that you like or don't like, if you enjoy the show and want to support us, we do have a Patreon account, and we have some cool rewards and exclusives like bumper stickers and exclusive episodes of the show. And if you're watching us on YouTube, hit like, give us a subscribe, and if you've had Pliny, put in the comments what you like about it.
Please, I'd be interested to know too. And also, that neat bumper sticker is also UV resistant. So it's legit, guys.
It's real bumper sticker.
Yes.
Now, thumbs up, thumbs down. Cooper's Craft, 100 proof. What did you think, Joe?
Drinks double its price.
Double its price, double its fun, double mint whiskey. That doesn't work. For me, man, that was a very complex drink. It tastes like a really high-end whiskey. It knocked my socks off with the cherry. 2 thumbs up, guys.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm
Put
glad
that in
you
your
like
collection.
That one. That's awesome.
Put that in your collection. Now, Russian River Brewing Company, Northern California, Pliny the Elder, double IPA. Joe, I know you're still powering through this, trying to get your hop legs underneath you. But right now, what are you thinking of it? Thumbs up, thumbs down, 1.5 up, 1.5 down.
I am actually going to go 2 thumbs up for the best IPA I've had yet.
Whoa! I did not expect 2 thumbs up on that.
Yes, that is the best IPA I've had yet.
I have been supporting Vinny and Natalie and all the great workers, Brandon, over at Russian River for a very long time. Used to live in Northern California. I've been to both of their facilities a ton. I have always loved the company. Pliny the Elder, still in my book, the best double IPA on the planet, and way up. Keep up the great work, guys.
Absolutely.
And that is this week's episode. Can you believe it? It's over.
It's over.
This week's episode of A Starter and a Chaser podcast. We are on Facebook, Instagram. We are on all the podcast channels.
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Spotify, all the popular ones. Links are down below, guys. Listen to us when you can't view us. And that is it, John.
Yeah.
StarterandAchaser.com.
We will check you guys out next week. And until then, we're going to talk about the platypus. You know, it's
Why
like
is it the ass end of evolution?
because it lays leathery eggs like a reptile. It's got mammary glands like mammals. It's got a beaver-like tail. It's got the bill of a duck. I mean,
But
it's
John, evolution's not real.